Why are you so shy? You never talk. Oh my god, you're super quiet. Why? These words remind me of my childhood, of always being scared and being paranoid of speaking in public and going to restaurants, speaking during a presentation, going out to eat, just ordering my food, things like these, which this specifically reminds me of this one time. Me and my family, we used to love going to the restaurant Subway, and I remember every single time they would force me to order my food, like force me. They were like, no, 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 okay, you order it, you order it, you order it. And I'm like, yeah, like that was their way of teaching me to, be a little more extroverted and not be as shy. However, I feel like this did me a lot more harm than good, as they pretty much forced me and embarrassed me to speak when I clearly did not want to and I clearly was not comfortable with it. At a very, very young age, I was probably like 8, 9 years old. I remember I would be super scared and I would be like, oh yeah, can I get a blah 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 blah. And the worst part about this is that every single time that I would do it, they would peer pressure me into speaking louder, and obviously since it was my whole family, they would all continuously like shout at me and tell me, no, speak louder, say louder, say louder. And I don't know why, but like every single time that you would go to the Subway, on top of that, the girl was like, she was kind of cute, which made it even worse because it made me even more nervous, and you might be able to relate to this. But yeah, not only that, but they were shouting at me, telling me, no, say it louder, say it louder. And the lady obviously never understood me, or the girl, she was like, what? And it was just embarrassment through embarrassment, which just continuously encouraged me and made it a habit for me to continuously avoid public speaking or conversations in general. And if you're listening to this right now, you're likely going through this in this very moment, or you've experienced this at some point in your life. And I'm gonna tell you how exactly I was able to overcome this shyness and this introvertedness of myself. Because you want to know what I did? Because I'm speaking to you, a young man that, like I said, you relate to this message and you might have these same experiences or have had these same experiences in the past. What I did was, at the age of 14, I faced my fears. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna stop lying to myself. I'm gonna stop telling myself these comforting lies of like, oh no, I'm just like that because that's just how I am and you can't tell me to change. No, I knew that was not me. I knew that I wasn't that introverted kid. I wasn't scared to speak. When I was around comfortable people that I loved, I wasn't like that. And if you're very different around people that you're comfortable with to completely strangers, if you're a completely different person, then you're very likely one of these kids, one of these guys. And you know what? I got a job as a waiter. And obviously, why as a waiter, right? Because obviously as a waiter, I would expose myself to these uncomfortable situations, to more people. I would have to continuously speak to strangers and learn good social skills and learn to be kind and learn to smile and be confident, right? Therefore, I did it. Even though I sucked it up, I was so uncomfortable, I was super scared. I remember my first few times on getting people's order, I would be like, yes, hi, what can I get for you, right? However, as time went on, I learned to get comfortable in this discomfort. I grew through doing the things that I hated. I hated doing it until I started getting comfortable with it, until it was easy. And that is what you must do. And not only this, but at the same time, I started self-improvement. That is the answer. Self-improvement. Specifically, improving your social skills in this aspect, of course. Self-improvement is the art of getting yourself to become better, to improve yourself in every single aspect of life. Becoming more social, improving your social skills, getting more disciplined, improving your physique, your confidence, your wealth, the money that you make doing this. At the same time, I started hitting the gym, I started improving my confidence, I started doing things which I did not want to do. And 6 months, 8 months, a year passed by and I was a completely different person. And people noticed it. A lot of people took notice of this. Even strangers, which I never even talked to a lot before when I was that introverted, shy kid. Now, some men will probably hear this and immediately start coping, like I said, like I used to before, being like, oh no, like you don't have to change it. Like I'm perfect the way I am and I shouldn't change for anyone. I'm perfect the way I am. No. If you're this person right now, you're telling yourself, your brain is starting to make up excuses in its head, like, oh no, I don't have to do this, I don't have to do this. That's just your brain avoiding the discomfort, avoiding having to be in these uncomfortable situations. You're already making excuses in order to justify your lack of courage to be in these uncomfortable situations. Don't be this guy, because maybe you can be different. A lot of guys will do that. But maybe you can be different. Maybe you can actually make a change in your life, just like I did. And trust me that even though in the moment it is very uncomfortable, in the future you will be so grateful that you didn't, and you will not even look back. You will not regret that you did that. You will not regret the fact that you were very uncomfortable and you went through many embarrassments. Choose if you want to tell yourself comforting lies or face the harsh reality, face the harsh truth, and make a change. Change your life and become that man that you've always wanted to be. Live true to what you want and do it for your future self.